Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Paniccia. I'm the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees. Please rise for the singing of the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2019. It is my pleasure to be here today to welcome you to graduation. Today, we are honored to celebrate all of your accomplishments. Your stellar performance demonstrates that not only have you succeeded in your education, you will make the world a better place in the future. We at SUNY Broome are proud of you. As a graduate of Broome's engineering science program, I have had an advantage that many of my peers don't. I started at an institution that provides high-quality, affordable public education with caring professors who inspired me to do the best and be prepared me for the challenges I encountered throughout my entire life. SUNY Broome was a springboard for me to continue my education in electrical engineering. Because of my start here, I ended up working for a very highly successful company in Silicon Valley. While in California, I was involved in many designs with many creative and interesting projects. Two of the most rewarding projects were at Stanford University. I was able to design the Stanford Law School, the renovation to the law school, as well as work with world-renowned architect Sir Norman on a BioX facility, later to be called the James Clark Building after James Clark donated $200 million to the university. As my experience shows, a SUNY Broome degree can take you far, maybe even further than your own expectations. Today, it isn't about me, it's about you. In that spirit, I'd like to offer a few words for all of you here today as you pursue your dreams in life. 1, do what you love what you do. You will be only truly successful if you follow your dreams and your passion. It doesn't matter where you come from or what your background is. Don't let anybody or anyone stop you from achieving your goals and your dreams. 2, have the attitude of gratitude. Continue to thank those individuals who helped you along the way. Your peers, your parents, your teachers, professors like Dr. Ross, siblings, and friends. As a matter of fact, we should probably go off script here and all stand and applaud our parents and friends for helping us. There's a saying, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with good people who believe in you and believe in your dreams. I have been blessed to be surrounded by so many. Do not be afraid to fail. Trust me, you will have failures in life. I have had my share, but learn from them and move on. Have the courage to blaze new trails and take on new risks in life. Sometimes the only failure is not taking the risk and regretting it later for not even trying. 4th, find mentors. Learn from them and learn what they have done to be successful. You will be surprised that it isn't magic, but often it's a few simple things that are done consistently over and over that give people the greatest success. 5, have faith and respect. My spiritual life and strong faith have also played a role in shaping the person I am today. I believe strongly in the scripture quote, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Therefore, be honest, have integrity, and respect others. 6, remember to give back. Someone may have helped you along the way. In turn, remember to help others as they travel their journey in life. I believe we are here to help one another and to give back to the community that has given us so much. And number 7, lastly, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ups and downs, the good and the bad. Life is one big, wonderful journey. I wish you all the best that life has to offer. Go out into the world and do something special. Make your parents, your family, and your friends proud. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Kevin Drum.
Thank you, Anthony, very much. And good evening, SUNY Broome. And please join me in giving a great big thank you to the Buzz Tones, our student a cappella group, for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. We'll hear from the Buzz Tones one more time a little while later in the program. We have such tremendous talent at SUNY Broome, and it's great to see it perform here this evening, along with all the talent sitting out here in front of us. Members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished dignitaries, family, friends, community members, and most especially and importantly, our 2019 graduates. Welcome to your commencement. It's my 10th commencement here at SUNY Broome, hard to believe, and you are the college's 71st graduating class. Graduation never gets old for me or any college president. In fact, we think you might be the record graduating class at 1,333 in your class. The next highest we can find is 1,329. Commencement is the president's, and I hope your most rewarding and joyful duty, certainly as a student, and I'm honored to participate every single year. We come together today to celebrate your achievement, a college degree or certificate. Every single one of you has overcome obstacles during the course of your journey. It's part of what earning a college degree is about and signals to your transfer institution or to an employer. There are graduates here today who have overcome addiction or illness and who have endured deep personal tragedy, whether it's the death of a loved one or devastation of war by serving in our military or in fleeing a war-torn country. Some of you have lost jobs and careers and chosen to reinvent yourselves and your lives along the way to find new jobs and careers. You've all made sacrifices to get here today, both great and small. All of you have sacrificed time, maybe the most precious thing. We sacrifice for many things, few as important as a college degree, other than our families, of course. Time that you could have spent with friends and family or doing other things that you might find more enjoyable than school, although I can't imagine what that would be. And while many of you had financial aid, grants, and scholarships along the way, you made monetary sacrifices too. Those expensive textbooks, passing up extra hours at work so you could study for that big exam, or maybe even passing up work altogether. You've sacrificed old beliefs about what you can and can't do, and about who you are in some instances. Education requires us to give our consent to change, and change is never easy, even when it broadens your horizons and hopefully leads to a better life. Because of the sacrifices you have made, you are all better people, better students and workers, better friends and parents, and better members of your community and nation. For all your hard work, we celebrate you. We also celebrate the family, friends, and mentors who have helped you along the way, and undoubtedly there have been many. Let's one more time give a round of applause to all the many people who have supported you and believed in you along the way to this great night, through all of your struggles and successes. Many of whom, of course, are here with us tonight. Thank you all for attending our commencement. We appreciate it, and your graduates really appreciate it. While we're talking about sacrifice, I'd like to take this annual opportunity to honor those who have served in our armed forces. Those of our graduates who are current service members, please stand. Those of our graduates who are veterans, please stand. Current service members and veterans in the audience, would you please stand? And if anyone here today has a family member away in the military, would you please stand so we can thank you all for your service. Thank you all very, very much for your service to our nation. We enjoy nights like tonight because of the sacrifices so many of you have made and so many before you. At SUNY Broome, our mission is to provide the highest caliber of higher education. That was true 71 years ago when we first opened our doors, and it's true today. We wouldn't be able to change so many student lives without the support of our valued partners. I'd like to thank the College Board of Trustees for their volunteer leadership, our foundation, which provides more than $1 million in scholarships every year. Their efforts help make this day financially possible for so many of our graduates here tonight. For our Broome County government, Governor Andrew Cuomo and our state legislature, our SUNY trustees, and our more than 50,000 alumni and all those whose contributions fuel the educational process at SUNY Broome. I am grateful to all of you for your continued generosity and support. I would also like to thank our terrific, awesome faculty and staff who served on the graduation committee to put this together tonight. Spent many, many hours and days planning tonight's program. That planning process takes an entire year. As always, the group has done a remarkable job. And tonight wouldn't be complete without highlighting the work of our excellent total faculty and staff at SUNY Broome, who are truly the heart and soul of our college. Helping our students succeed isn't just a job for them, it's a calling. And many of you can attest to that here tonight. Their dedication makes SUNY Broome the jewel of our community and one of the best community colleges in the nation. A number of faculty and staff have joined us on stage tonight. At this time, I would ask them to rise so that we can recognize them, and please give them a round of applause. All of our faculty and staff, please stand. Your staff. Thank you, and please be seated. I'd like to take this opportunity to highlight members of our faculty and staff who recently received the prestigious SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence. If you're with us tonight, you can stand, and please stay standing. We'll give them a round of applause after I've announced each one. Professor Mary Seal of the English Department received the Chancellor's Award for Faculty Service. Melissa Martin in Counseling Services received the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service. Receiving the Chancellor's Award for Adjunct Teaching were Jess Caton and Richard Harrington. Faculty and staff who received the Chancellor's Award for Excellence has served their students, fellow faculty and staff, campus, and community with the utmost distinction among the 64 SUNY campuses. It is a great honor to be able to recognize them as stars among those 64 colleges and universities within SUNY. Would you please join me in congratulating our Chancellor's Award winners? Members of the platform party now, I'd like to introduce you. Please stand and remain standing after I call your name. It's kind of hard to do this without eyes in the back of my head. To my immediate left in the front row, the Honorable Clifford Crouch, New York Assembly 122nd District, in which the main campus sits. The Honorable Donna Lepardo, New York Assembly 123rd District, in which our Culinary and Events Center sits in downtown Binghamton. Broome County Executive Jason Garner, and SUNY Broome alum. I don't know all the alums on the stage, but I know many of them. Broome County Legislator Robert Wessler, the 13th District. Broome County Legislator Mark Whalen, the 15th District. Binghamton Mayor Richard David, an alum of the senior staff. Town of Union Supervisor Richard Matarese. Margaret Coffey, SUNY Broome trustee. Barbara Fiala, SUNY Broome trustee and SUNY Broome alum. Nick Serafini, SUNY Broome trustee. Kathy Williams, Executive Director of the Broome Community College Foundation. Margaret Turna, President of the BCC Foundation Board of Directors. To my immediate right, in the front row, Anthony Paniccia, Vice Chair, who you heard from a few minutes ago, SUNY Broome Board of Trustees, and an alum. Gregory Thurston, our student speaker this evening, about to be an alum. Dr. Francis Batiste, Executive Vice President and Chief Academic Officer, also an alum. Dr. Carol Ross Scott, Vice President for Student Development and Chief Diversity Officer. Michael Sullivan, Vice President for Administrative and Financial Affairs. Dr. Amy Brandt, Associate Vice President and Dean of Health Sciences. Dr. Michael Kinney, Associate Vice President and Dean of Liberal Arts. Dr. Michelle Snyder, Associate Vice President and Dean of STEM. Beth Mullen, Associate Vice President and Dean of Business and Professional Studies. Dr. Scott Schuhert, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Sesame Adanu, Dean of Institutional Effectiveness and Enrollment Planning. Also seated with his faculty colleagues behind me is Binghamton City Councilman Giovanni Scaringi, one of our great SUNY Broome professors. Thank you all for joining us on this auspicious evening, and please join me in recognizing our distinguished platform. And now I'd just like to take a moment to recognize someone who's not with us tonight. After 29 years, George Akel, the longest serving board member in the history of the college, passed away this week. And he's been here for every single commencement, as we believe, in those 29 years. Some of you may have shopped at the Giant Markets when the Akel family ran the Giant Markets. A tremendous supporter of SUNY Broome and community endeavors all across the greater Binghamton area. So please join us in a moment of silence to honor George Akel. Thank you very much. If you have attended our ceremonies in the past, you may notice something a little different. New this year is this wonderful memorial mace sitting here in front of me. Tradition at most colleges and universities in the nation, but for some unusual reason, for 71 years, Broome hasn't had one. This mace was actually handcrafted by another SUNY Broome alum, Richard Nolan. Richard is a retired engineer who found a new passion in creating beautiful and fluid wood sculptures a true melding of art and science. We would like to thank Mr. Nolan for this beautiful piece of art, which will become part of our commencement ceremony for generations to come. Now we have a real treat for you tonight. You're going to hear from the Buzz Tones. Once again, our wonderful student a cappella group will perform an appropriate tune, Lean on Me.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we'll know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Just lean on me, call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load, there's a load to bear that you can't carry. I bring up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me, call me, call me when you need a friend. Call me when you need a friend. Call me. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on, lean on. Just lean on me. Just lean on me when you need a friend. Just lean on me. Just lean on me. Lean on me. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Somebody to lean on.
Thank you, Buzz Tones. Graduates, in a short time, you'll join the ranks of our more than 50,000 SUNY Broome alumni since our founding more than 70 years ago. And I would be remiss if I didn't give my annual reminder to those of you in the audience who may be considering your own futures. One day, it could be your turn to take part in commencement if you haven't already. How many alums in the audience? It's never too late to go to school and never too early. We've had students well into their 80s in our degree programs and continuing education classes, and thousands of high school students enroll through our Fast Forward and Early College program every year. Wherever you are in life, learning opens the doors to opportunity, and everyone is welcome at SUNY Broome. Now let us take a look back at some of the highlights of this academic year. There's a good deal you should take pride in as a SUNY Broome graduate. I'm only going to cover a little bit of it or we'd be here all night. We welcomed SUNY Chancellor Christina Johnson on her first visit to campus for the grand opening of our Calise Advanced Manufacturing Center back in the fall. She was very impressed by our campus and our students. In fact, our engineering science students were invited to Albany by her when she was here that day, where they presented their research in energy conservation at the Chancellor's Showcase. And research is a big deal on campus, and many of you here today took part, covering a broad range of topics and presenting your findings both on campus and at professional conferences. This year also saw the grand opening of our new Career Closet, which provides free professional outfits for jobs, interviews, and internships for those who might not be able to afford them otherwise. We held our very first Career Week to connect students with potential professional futures, and we started an online radio station to train our future media professionals. We introduced a new degree program in culinary arts, which will eventually be housed in our new Culinary and Events Center, currently under construction downtown Binghamton in the old Carnegie Library. It's a truly exciting development for our hospitality programs and our exploding local restaurant scene. I saw some of you at restaurants downtown just a little while ago. We also opened our Multicultural Resource Center to celebrate our diverse student population. In the classroom, many of you forged global connections with students around the world thanks to our collaborative online international learning initiative, or COIL. You took your education outside the classroom with clinicals, internships, and service learning projects at organizations large and small. Some of you went even much further afield to Ireland, Great Britain or Costa Rica, the Everglades, the White Mountains, and our nation's incredible national park system. You brought clean water, solar power, healthcare, and more to people in need through the Health for Haiti Global Service Learning Program. You honed your skills as first responders in the annual mock environmental disaster and hosted top-notch events that put your hospitality skills to the test, such as our annual mock wedding. You participated in public health initiatives and restarted the school newspaper for the first time in many years. I was so happy to see that as a former student newspaper editor myself. You learned what it takes to start a business at our entrepreneurship colloquium and changed our civic discourse with public deliberations. You shared your artistic talents with art exhibits, concerts, and theater performances, like the one we just saw, a performance. You designed and built an electric car that took first prize in the 2019 Toyota Green Grand Prix at Watkins Glen, beating out both Tesla and Prius. You expanded your horizons with events such as Convocation Day and our annual ethics conference, and lectures with fascinating people, such as visiting Irish law professor and the nation's oldest park ranger. And you gave back in incredible ways. You engineered an elaborate creation of construction. I hope some of you saw that up to the mall, donating the proceeds to people in need. You slept outside to learn about the plight of the homeless, ran a food pantry to help your fellow students, and learned about the impact of poverty at the hunger banquet. You brought holiday cheer to local children at our annual giving of the toys. That's where the kids give toys to Santa. I love the irony of that. And showed your love for the animals by beautifying the fence at the Broome County Dog Shelter. You donated books to women in prison and saved lives by donating blood. You did a lot. Education is a challenging road requiring determination, grit, and commitment. Those are three things your degree or certificate stands for. But it's a road that none of us travels alone. Many of you had help along the way, the professors who shared their knowledge, the tutors, advisors, and support staff who answered your questions, and of course, the family and friends who were your rock when you needed it most. The word commencement actually means beginning. It means to commence, to start something. It's not an ending. From this day on, you'll become guides and mentors to all those who follow in your footsteps. You are the professionals and parents, the leaders and educators, the active and engaged citizens who will shape our future. That's a great responsibility. You should take it seriously. But it's also one of the great joys that you will undertake to help shape generations to come with the knowledge you've gained at SUNY Broome. Every single one of you has a fascinating story about what brought you to college and what you brought to college and what you did during your time here at SUNY Broome. While I wish I could share all of your stories, again, we'd be here all night if I did that for 1,333 of you, but I do want to mention just a few to give you an example, and these are examples that represent many, many of our students graduating here this evening. Joshua Baker grew up in a tough New York City neighborhood. There are none of those. And his family struggled to make ends meet, as so many community college families do. College seemed outside the realm of possibility for Joshua, but his high school English teacher helped Joshua change his course and gave him the confidence he needed to succeed. Joshua became the very first in his family to go to college, and it wasn't easy. He dropped out of college twice back home when he couldn't juggle the demands of helping out his family and undertaking his education. He found success here at SUNY Broome, both in the classroom and as a resident assistant in our student village. After graduating today with his associates in general studies, he will move one step closer to his ultimate goal, becoming a teacher himself and paying it forward by changing the lives of the next generation of students. Congratulations, Joshua, one of our future educators. When it comes to saving lives, Tyler Gregory draws his inspiration from his mom, who has been his mentor and biggest supporter. Following in her footsteps, he became a paramedic and got the training he needed right here at SUNY Broome. When he decided to take a different path and become a nurse, he knew just where to go and is graduating here today with a degree in nursing. Tyler is one of our Vanguard Award winners this year, which means he excels in a field considered non-traditional for his gender. He has already put his healthcare skills to work in our Health for Haiti Global Service Learning course, an experience that touched him deeply and drove home his commitment to compassionate care. He has already accepted a position in the emergency room at Wilson Hospital. His ultimate goal is to become a nurse practitioner and work in the pediatric emergency room at SUNY Upstate Medical. Please join me in congratulating Tyler, current and future lifesaver. Min-Hyung Park comes to SUNY Broome from South Korea. She's one of our many international students who come from countries all over the world. Min-Hyung first came to the United States in high school, but had a tough time making friends due to the language barrier. Some days, the loneliness brought her to tears. Her time at SUNY Broome has been far more rewarding. She has participated in scientific research and helped her peers as a tutor. She made the trip to Haiti to make a difference. Most of all, Min-Hyung found community, a place where she knew she belonged and where she forged lifelong friendships. She is transferring to Cornell for the next step toward her dream of becoming a dentist. Please join me in congratulating Min-Hyung, our international ambassador. The courage it takes for dozens of our international students to go thousands of miles from home, and we try to make SUNY Broome a home for them while they're here. Rachel Klug always dreamed of becoming a lawyer, but faced some tough obstacles. Now in recovery, she had struggled with addiction. Tragically, she lost her daughter to the opioid epidemic a few years ago. When Rachel decided to go back to school, she learned the hard way that her previous college wasn't accredited and she had to start over again. Many people would have given up, but Rachel kept going. Outside of the classroom, she volunteers in her community, helping people with addiction issues find the resources they need. She also shares her story of loss and recovery, showing us that even in the darkest of circumstances lies the seeds of hope. Today, she is graduating with a degree in criminal justice corrections and will transfer to Binghamton University and from there on to law school. Her ultimate goal is to become a judge in drug court and an attorney. Congratulations to Rachel, who has truly inspired us with her grit and determination. And finally, many of you know Orion Barber, our student trustee, who truly has a passion for this beautiful college, SUNY Broome. He has served 3 terms, we think the only student to serve 3 terms as student trustee, and he's been incredibly involved with campus life along the way. He has received multiple academic awards, including the prestigious Height Scholarship through Phi Theta Kappa. Just 5 students in the nation were chosen from nearly 3,000 nominees across the country. This year, Orion decided to give back and establish his own scholarship for SUNY Broome students, advocating for the LGBTQ+ community. He awarded the first Orion Barber Scholarship to a fellow Hornet earlier this month. Orion is headed to the University at Buffalo to study mathematics. He also plans to someday study law and run for political office, building on the experiences he had here in campus politics at SUNY Broome. Congratulations to Orion for truly making a difference. Please join me in congratulating Orion and all of our students. We are the community's college. As you have seen, our students are a great example of the diversity that enriches our community and our world. While I can't share all of the stories from the podium tonight, I want each and every one of you to know how proud we are of all of you. And many of you would be able to be up here telling similar stories, or I could tell your story, because the stories you heard are representative of so many community college students. Here's some brief facts about your class. Hopefully you'll remember some. 1333, I already mentioned, not a hard number to remember. Our youngest graduate is 18. Our oldest graduate is 74 years young. These next 23 graduates all have something in common. They all achieved a perfect 4.0 GPA. Please stand as I call your name, and we'll give them a round of applause when they're all standing. Michael Arsenault, Jessica Binkweiss, Christina Blackham, Hannah Brown, Marissa Cerrone, Jacqueline Duffy, Elise Edgington, Kristen Edwards, Callie Graver, Zachary Hage, Rachel Klug, Nakista Langton, David Mastro, Tiffany Miller, Judy Morrell, Megan Munley, Juliana Mashala, Alexis Ralston, Candace Seeley, Vatzel Shaw, Lee Sharp, Brandon Scheimer, Kristen Shin. We also have 3 students who received the 2019 Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence: Orion Barber, Minhyung Park, and Gregory Thurston. Please join me in congratulating all these exceptional students. You may be seated. And now I would like to invite Gregory Thurston, your student body president, to the podium to provide the student address this year. Gregory, come on out.
All right, y'all can hear me? All right, cool. Good evening, staff, faculty, family, friends, loved ones, all who've helped us get to this moment. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to my wife, Erica, for her encouragement and her unwavering love, and just for being so damn fine. Hey, babe, guess what's under this robe? An educated black man. That's right. Oh, yeah. It's her birthday in a couple of days, so if you all would do me a favor and just on the count of 3 say, "Happy birthday, Erica." 1, 2, 3. And you see, that's why I love y'all, because even though this is your day, you're still willing to help me win some points with my old lady. Hornets, best wingmen ever. Okay, so some of you may know me and know that I spent 10 years in the Marine Corps. All right, some jarheads out there. And yeah, I joined right after high school. And the reason is because I truly believe that combat boots and camouflage utilities fit me a little bit better than a cap and gown. Turns out it took those 10 years for me to get my weight up so I can fill this in. And I think I filled it in quite well, if I do say so myself. And I'm so proud to call myself a Hornet. So much so that I want to leave you all with some motivation, as they would say in the Marine Corps. And me being a, older millennial and an avid hip-hop fan, I think the best way to show you the love that I have for you is to give you a mixtape. Back in my day, we would download, we would illegally pirate music onto our computers, give it all sorts of viruses just to make the dopest mixtape ever to show you where you were in our hearts. And today, I wanna leave you all with a mixtape for life. Now, I don't think LimeWire exists anymore, but you all can probably get this music and stream it, whatever you do, on Spotify. So the first song on my mixtape for life comes from J. Cole. The title of it is Motivate. And on his latest album, KOD, the underlining message was choose wisely. And I think that's a great message for this crowd, because as I look, I see future leaders, doctors, teachers, lawyers, people who are going to make some difficult decisions that not only affect them, but affect this country in some kind of way. And my advice to you is choose wisely, choose with integrity, and choose with compassion. The second artist and song is from the late, great Nipsey Hussle. And the song is called Dedication. It's featuring Kendrick Lamar. And on the song, on the chorus, he gives us the ingredients for dedication. He says, hard work plus patience, the sum of all your sacrifices is what makes you successful. And I love that message. I also love Nipsey Hussle because his motto was, the marathon continues. And I think that's important because some of us may think that this is the finish line, and that's not true. This is us grabbing a baton to pass it on to the future. And the next song, number 3, is from Tupac, featuring Scarface. It's called Smile. The beginning of the song, Tupac says, there are going to be some things you may see in the future that will make it hard to smile. And that's true. Right now, you can pick up your phone and watch tragedies all over the world. You may be going through something in your life right now that makes it hard to smile, but I promise you, your good outweighs your bad, and you can smile. And that bonus, thank you. And the bonus track is simply from Kendrick Lamar on his album, I think it was A Pimp to a Butterfly, and it was We Gonna Be All Right. And I just want to leave y'all with that message. No matter what happens, we're gonna be all right. So the message I want to leave you with is choose wisely on the path you choose on your marathon, and remember to smile as it continues, because we gonna be all right. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Now I would like to ask Dr. Drum to join me at the podium, and I would like to present this check to SUNY Broome on behalf of the student body for $804.78 to be used towards scholarships for SUNY Broome students. We would like to say thank you to the students, faculty, staff, community members for your help, kindness, generosity, especially the SUNY Broome Dental Hygiene Club, the SUNY Broome IEEE Club, and the SUNY Broome Student Nurses Association. We're pleased to participate and join the classes that have preceded us with this effort, and hope that future students will be inspired by the classes that have come before us as well.
Thank you, Gregory. We know you're going to be more than all right. I'd now like to invite our Executive Vice President and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Francis Batiste, up to the podium for his traditional role in presentation of the degrees. But sadly, this will be his last time doing it. After 50 years, Francis is finally going to graduate from SUNY Broome. 2 years as a student and 48 years on the faculty and staff. Truly an amazing accomplishment, and the college has been blessed to have him. Thank you, Francis, for all of your incredible contributions, which have helped to shape SUNY Broome into the amazing academic community it is today. You're on.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Drum. Thank you, community. And thank you, my colleagues. Well, all the candidates for degrees in business, professional studies, including accounting, business administration, business information management, criminal justice, corrections, criminal justice police, culinary arts, EMT paramedic, event management, financial services, fire protection technology, homeland security, international business, lodging and casino management, marketing, management, sales, office administration, paralegal studies, restaurant management, sports management, and web development and management, and candidates for certificates in business skills, EMT critical care, EMT paramedic, entrepreneurship, event management, new media design, office technologies, paralegal studies, and website development. Please rise.
BPS graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Occupational Studies, or Certificate, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those privileges is for you to now move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a SUNY Broome graduate. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for degrees in health science, including clinical laboratory technician, dental hygiene, health information technology, health studies, medical assistant, nursing, physical therapy assistant in radiological technology, and for candidates and certificates in histological technician, medical administrative skills, medical transcription, and phlebotomy, please rise.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, or Certificate with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those privileges, you know, is to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a graduate. Congratulations to our health science graduates. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for degrees in liberal arts, including chemical dependency counseling, communications and media arts, early childhood, general studies theater and acting, general studies teacher education, human services, individual studies, liberal arts and sciences, liberal arts and sciences AA1 program, music, sports studies, and visual communication arts, and all the candidates for certificates in chemical dependency counseling and early childhood, please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Arts, or Certificate, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those privileges is move your tassel from the right to the left side, signifying your status as a graduate. Please join me in congratulating our liberal arts graduates. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for degrees in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, including civil engineering technology, computer information systems, computer science, computer security and forensics, computer technology, electrical engineering technology, engineering science, environmental science, manufacturing technology, mathematics, and mechanical engineering technology, please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science or Associate in Applied Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those privileges is move your tassels, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to our STEM graduates this year. You may be seated. Thank you all once again, and congratulations to the entire class of 2019. Let's give them another huge round of applause. You are now among our 50,000 plus alumni. And now I invite the class of 2019 to individually receive their diplomas or certificates. Will all of the graduates please rise and come forward as your names are called?
So, I take the card, I read it, and then I give it to you? Do I give the cards to you or? She's going to go first.
Rachel Klug.
Nikiesta Cicieli Langton.
Ariel Ralston.
Lauren Eaton.
Todd Giles.
Andrea Tucker.
Rachel Hoost.
Mariah Hodge.
Bridget Stickle.
Darina Puglisi.
Rhonda Van Zant.
Sandra Peters.
David Shaneberg.
Michael Mushmore.
Michaela Edmondson.
Michael Turner.
Alexis Sisson.
Brooke McFadden.
Ashley Sisson.
Malik Moody.
Samantha Forby.
Nizira Zabata. Lydia
Alyssa
Zapata.
Mahalski.
Gina Cruz.
Matthew McNew.
Chantel Waldvogel.
Ben G. Gonzalez.
Daniel Dasher. Congratulations.
Tiffany Houghton.
Amy Iverson.
Ricardo Sanabria.
Yvonne Baker.
Maria Hernandez.
Melinda Myers.
Zanaya Davis.
Patrice Chambers Lane.
Rukayet Alemikan.
Jennifer Furlane.
Michael King.
Brittany Austin.
Shannon Frost.
Caitlin McDonald.
Brittany Sorrentino.
Katie Merkel.
Allison Stabler.
Michaela Hoyt.
Michael Molderig.
Jenica Chrisman.
Kara Hessover.
Megan Hull.
Glory Angelise Lugo Vasquez.
Mia Hawes.
Courtney Ann Brienza.
Eduardo Fenton Rodriguez.
Morgan Madison.
Damon Conklin.
Abigail Hunt.
Robert Brimmer.
Casey Cruzen.
Ricky Blunt.
Amber Bowen.
Deandra Grosvenor.
Allison Steen.
Bettina Abadumartin.
Tiffany Ostrowski.
Stephanie Bowen.
Troy Tierno.
Kelsey Krantz.
Terrace Vaughn Sanders.
Taylor Bruderman.
Nicholas Miller.
Jordan Nabinger.
Ismar Turkovic.
Aliha Smith.
Charlie Tesforges.
Jordan Paw.
Alexander B. Lewis.
Dylan Salisbury.
Zachary Allen.
Haley Davis.
Christina Klenchik.
Amber Swavala.
Gabriella Boychuk.
Michaela Vandermark.
Matthew Turner.
Alexander Harding.
Joshua May.
Arneka Weathers.
Kiara Perkins.
Bradley Blewett.
Deshaun Clyburn.
Laura Manon.
Mawin.
Jada Thomas.
Paul Sarkisian.
Kelly Graver.
Ogaga Obada.
Harina Anderson.
Dorothy Cordito.
Lauren Paw.
Tracy Selby.
Sean Cadden.
Jessica Bebel.
Joseph Vega.
Katie Lee Forsythe.
Jake Orvan.
Caitlin Lord.
Tucson Cosaro George.
Corica. Vanessa Corica.
Shai Bryson.
Dylan Eldridge.
Caitlin Tremel.
Cheyenne Day.
Cynthia Bennett.
Cheyenne Riddle.
Zachary Hayes.
Kristen Sexton.
Ashley Wetzel.
Colin Mills.
Vivian Nuhan.
Lucas Anderson.
Jocelyn Davis.
Keith Ives.
Samar Kaur.
Jacob Regan.
Ronald Harrington.
Christian Thomas.
Omira Nash.
Brett Clow.
Mario Munoz.
Caden Poles.
Roy Bell. That's it, Roy. You got it. Congratulations.
Wutzel Shaw.
Peyton Prince. Thomas Coe.
Destasia Wallace Davis.
Marie Carasoria.
Marable. Brianna Marable.
Savannah Warner.
Elena Garcia.
Caitlin Rando.
Morgan Minery.
Jasmine Walker.
Juliana Mushala.
Edward Jose Marte Rosario.
Connor Scoot.
Jasmine Foy.
Christopher Gardner.
Congratulations, Chris. Christopher Bahamas.
Jean Renaud Philemond.
Fred Merkroy.
Worthen. O'Shawn Verdon.
John Mack.
Eric Dean.
Maxwell Garbate.
Nathan Brandt.
Dorcas Akarume.
Samantha Rivera.
Taylor Finney.
Malia Ralph.
Heather Roth.
Shaseb Ali.
Sherry Stevens. David Robbins.
Shafika Theophile.
Rohit Dugal.
Haley Keister.
Richard Panahera.
Kayla Quartararo.
Megan Kane.
Alexander Stento.
Diane Jenkins.
Nicole Grover.
Benjamin Stewart.
Margot McDermott.
Peter Stewart.
Reina Pouliot.
Kaya Cross.
Damian Parker.
Van Jethro Hakan-Toth.
Samantha Cook.
Alexander Caro.
Elizabeth Rusito.
Nathaniel Rosenberg.
Rose Bokikio.
Red Kaisger.
Alyssa Hovey.
Kaylee Nosas.
Ashley Foster.
Ethan Marbaker.
Tasha Lee Foster.
Brianna Samuelson.
Hannah Geiger.
Clinton Maney.
Alexander Stout Moran.
Yanis Ortiz. Way to go, way to go.
Brian Vogelsang.
Deandra Jenkins.
Brian Stone.
Shaquesha Dickerson.
Justin Wright.
Mackenzie Cafferty. Emily Doyle.
Ayla Serrano Rosario.
Shayna Finn.
Shannon Williams.
Joshua Baker.
Danelle Simon.
Rodney Cloud Coleman.
Jack Guzman.
Faith Martinez.
Elena Martinez.
Gabriela Santano.
Jennifer Champlin.
Victoria Celli.
Philip Nelson.
Tiara Henry.
Jack Nigerian.
Sarah Luciani.
Brandon Sangmanavong.
Maxwell Kleinberg.
Taylor Plonsky.
Stephen Mastro.
Christine Shin.
Rachel Ann Jones.
James Stewart.
Hannah Brown.
Chanel Kelly.
Josh Racimo.
Hi. Shakir Germain.
Chelsea Duell.
Shamoko Nyan.
Caitlin Lariano.
Kimberly Unick.
Dune Redmond.
Zachary Green.
Shanae Cutman.
Michael Angelo.
John DeRocco.
Kevin Taylor.
Skylar Robinson.
Katie Simons.
Ellen Mosedes.
Teresa Peterson.
Johnny Harrington.
Lindsay Hibbard.
Bennett Miller.
Michaela Berard.
Christian Plechka.
Rebecca Schofield.
Elias Horowitz.
Marissa McConnell.
Chance Robinson.
Haley Hellevick.
Whitney Felter.
Jennifer Makowski.
Brandon Scheimer.
Haley Neshleva.
Neely Van Dyke.
Binkovitz. Jessica Binkovitz.
Destiny Gardner.
Alesha Rancy.
Ashley Huggins.
Don Carilla.
Rebecca Clark.
Danielle Hurlbut.
Michelle Gillette.
Jessica Sherman.
Heather Bodine.
Valerie Foster.
Katia Cassius.
Sean Crodwell.
Allison O'Shea.
April McGinnis.
Tanya Bates.
Tiffany Malone.
Nahar Hamad.
Kara Edie.
Rohi Ahmed.
Jocelyn Regan.
Asma Lamarni.
Marina Ivanoika.
Nathaniel Hampton.
Layla Lynch.
Emma Milligan.
Rachel Brissette.
Amanda Wilson.
Justin Rosario.
Tiffany Miller.
Michael Bice.
Jason Denobrega.
Hope Tyson.
Ludwin August.
Kit Vi.
Orion Barber.
Cassandra Armstrong.
Brendan Savage.
Daniel Brunick.
Michael Kelly.
Betania Merville.
Hunter Jordan.
Corey Rufo. Israel.
Savannah Thinkburner.
Jenny Israel.
Just those two? Okay. Pedro Marcano.
Michaela Cook.
Daniel Dimmick.
Laura Lawrence.
Fakhruddin Floyd.
Sarah Lawley.
Jeremy Gotchell.
Saravan Luanvinaco.
Safet Serhefovsky.
Aaron Bevan.
Christina Hall.
Bridget Bowles.
Ali Abdur Rahim.
Carly Smith.
Meg Rossi.
Shelby Venekaran.
Jordan Gaisford.
Paige Arnold.
Monique Lee.
Caitlin Eaton.
Adam Kuntz.
Lauren Akulis.
Grant Caldwell.
Candace Smith.
Matthew Brown.
Savannah Judd.
Congratulations. Alan Hama.
Chantel Judd.
Michelle Goodrich.
Colleen Talada.
Brock McWhirter.
Marie Fetia Mervel.
Matthew Mead.
Neva Madrid.
Shoying Chen.
Alyssa Stolpinski.
Minhung Park.
Tetiana Bondareva.
Steffi Safari.
Julie Spencer.
Michael Spencer.
Kenneth Venisclevy.
San Morit Maboko.
Alexander Kane.
Congratulations. Gassi.
Connor Murray.
Saleh Jacob.
Ashley Ray.
Avery Tompkins.
Samantha Strollo.
Tyler Mall.
Jennifer Scolero.
Brandon Kipp.
Alexa Walling.
Nicholas Heiko.
Emily Park.
Got it. Tyler Mucci.
Tamia McDaniel.
Zachary Locke.
Tyler Gregory.
Joshua Wheelock.
Lexus Lee.
David Mastro.
Celia Correa.
Destiny Rappi.
Royden McPherson.
Brina King.
Douglas Hadlam.
Hannah Grunder.
Tanya Wurzel.
Cassandra Raymond.
Catherine Bramson.
Taylor Voorhees.
Giselle Duray.
David Travis.
Manette Armand.
Jacob Jakowski.
Joshua Martin.
Matthew DePersis.
Amy Schaefer.
Congratulations, Michael. Michael DiGiacomo.
Laura Ingram.
Andrew Brigham.
Trisha Ilsley.
Marcus Dickerson.
Hope Ingram.
Brandon Warren.
Abigail Olson.
Justin Eutychus.
Abigail Johnson.
That's a G or a C? Gemini. John Gemini.
Amber Kane.
Nice. Nick D'Angelo.
Kyle Jones.
Yadi Terry.
Joshua Dean.
Vanessa Pearson.
Akash Patel.
Nicholas De La Cruz.
Megan Scott.
Savannah Solberg.
Kendra Ellers.
Jacqueline Drazowski.
Feli Gaudette.
Kendra Papacino.
Spencer Evans.
Katrina Konstantinsakos. Sorry.
Jessica Lynn Shack.
Rachel Santiago.
Taylor Moore.
Gray Daly.
Stephanie Free.
Yana Morose.
Morgan Needham.
Yanta Gakol.
Anna Melfi.
Malaya Lowe.
Lauren Wasser.
Terea Burton.
Lisa Butterfield.
Heather Dykes.
Caitlin Shea.
Lindsay Vandervoort.
Emily Bates.
Christina Clenny.
Charlene Kutu.
Melanie Whiteau.
Trevor Schofield.
Elizabeth Gonzalo.
Danielle Murphy.
Tracy Salahuddin.
Hannah Taylor.
Tamika Mayshur.
Casey Warner.
Naomi Mace.
Joseph Behill.
Let me say that. Oh gosh, I thought. Okay. Scott Bierman.
Kedren Eastman.
Congratulations. Carolina Janchen.
Casey Jordan.
Alanias Belafonte.
Kaylee Tinch.
Congratulations. Macy Marsh.
Sophie Brown.
Kirsten Fuller.
Autumn Naramore.
Samantha Small.
Alexa Mackenzie Morrell.
Daniel White.
Jenny Mahar.
Karen Warner.
Molly Rickenback. Michaela Kolb. Erica Thomas. Shayla Silva. And Gregory Thurston.
Let's give all of our graduates one last big round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2019 SUNY Broome. It's time to conclude our 71st SUNY Broome commencement ceremony. Audience members, please remain seated while folks here on stage exit first, followed by our graduates. In a second, you'll see why. To lead tonight's commencement recessional, please welcome the Edward P. Maloney Memorial Pipe Band.